Well, good evening, gang, and welcome to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and I'm your host. And to my right and to your left, of course, is the lovely Valerie Eliason. Hello, Val.
Hello, Glenn.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great. And I want to remind you that we are coming to you live from our beautiful studios here at BNN TV, and you're more than welcome to join us if you'd like. We're at 617-708-3290. The great staff of BNN are in the other room answering the phone. They have been plugging things in, unplugging things, running things of wires, all kinds of things all day long to make sure that we're here with you tonight. We thank them, and we're very grateful for all the work that Dave and his great staff do. Thank you guys for everything that you do out there. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
We haven't been together for 2 weeks.
I know, 2 whole weeks. I miss you.
Did you do anything for your vacation week? Vacation week. Your long weekend?
My long weekend. I did actually. I went and saw the new. It's like a new park, sort of art exhibit.
You talked about it in South Boston.
Yep. Awesome. You
Is
gotta
it really?
Go there. It's
Is
really
it really?
cool.
Okay.
It's really, really cool. Like these big, giant, glowing swings that look like giant Cheerios. And
can you ride them?
Yeah, you sit in them and you swing around,
nice.
And it's the coolest to go there at night because everything's all glowing and lit up.
Nice.
So you gotta check it out. It's really
cool.
cool.
I will check it out. We went down to the Cape again.
Nice.
My mom is in town visiting from Saratoga Springs, New York.
Oh.
And she's in for a few weeks. She's in for open studios. She comes down every year for the birthdays during the spring and in the fall for open studios. So she's came and visited. We all piled into the car on Monday and headed down there for some seafood.
Good.
And just to hang around the canal. It was a lot of fun. You know, it was fun to do. But one of the things that happened this past weekend, which was very exciting, was the dedication of the new Adams Park down in Rosie Square.
Yes.
The great Mayor Marty Walsh was there with all kinds of dignitaries from around the area that are responsible for that cool place, and it was just an amazing day.
How was the turnout? I was sad I wasn't able to make it.
The turnout, you couldn't move. It was amazing. The park looks incredible with all of the farms and vendors set up and stuff, and we got the snake in for the audio, so I have my little perch to run the sound from, so it was very, very cool. But a big shout out to the Rosendale Farmers Market All-Stars. I put a call out for all of my musician pals. There we are, cutting the ribbon. Look at that.
Oh,
See,
that's
I told you they were
awesome.
working in there. Isn't that a great?
That's a great picture.
There's Marty cutting it with, of course, Tim McCarthy, our great city councilor. It was a lot of fun that day, but a big shout out has to go out to the Rosendale All-Stars who, I put a call out to all my buddies to come down and play a couple of songs if they wanted to. Bird Mancini showed up. Mr. Kurt and his band showed up. It was great that Dean Stevens played. It was great. Marty White was there. It was great. We had an awful lot of fun, and it was kind of like a open mic type of an atmosphere.
That's great.
But it was great to have everybody. I wanted to play myself, but it was just too packed.
Yeah.
The lineup was just too outstanding. To get people to be there. But it was fun.
That's good. That sounds like.
I'm
an
sorry
awesome
you
event.
missed it.
I know. I was out of the state this weekend, so had a lot of stuff. I was helping my boyfriend move into his new apartment.
Oh,
so,
okay. Well,
yeah.
you're a moving dude. You do that. You just keep moving and move. You're still with us in Rosendale.
Oh yeah, I'm sticking with Rosendale. I like Rosendale.
And talk to me more about that park in South Boston. Is it like open to the public? Are there events there? Is it just kind of like a playground? What kind of thing is it?
It's really interesting because it's almost non-age specific. You can go there with kids, hang out on the swings. You can go there on a date. They have these really cool sort of plasticky wood replica lawn chairs and little mini coffee tables all over the lawn. And they have these cool like sculptures. It looks like this giant yellow orchid inside of a big white box with all these lines, and it's just like a really cool place to hang out.
That's
You can
nice.
bring a picnic, you can come with kids, play on the swings. It's just really it's free. It's open all the time.
Is there a place for music?
I think there's a good chance
There
that
should be
there's gonna be
some music there. Speaking of music, we've got some great musicians in the studio tonight.
Yep.
You guys are in for a treat tonight. We're very, very fortunate to have some great young cellists.
I'm glad we got a little sneak peek.
Yes, we did. Oh, it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be great.
I can't wait. Cello is one of my favorite instruments. It's beautiful, and they sound amazing.
Right, yeah. And we're going to get them to smile and everything.
Yes.
They're a little nervous, I think. Maybe. But they'll be okay. I'm positive.
Oh, yeah.
So what else did you do? It's a long weekend, a long week off. I mean,
Yeah.
did you get to over to your favorite spot in the ICA or any of those kind of things?
I didn't. No, I didn't get over to the ICA at all. I did make plans for this weekend to go to, actually, you know, I don't even want to spoil it because I'm going to talk about it on Val's View.
Okay. So you got something coming up on Val's View we should know about?
Very cool. Very exciting.
One of the things, speaking of the Adams Park event, it's that Main Streets program again at its finest. Have you gotten a chance to really kind of tour around Rosendale Village or down in the square now that you're a new Roslindale person?
Absolutely. I've walked down there. I've driven down there a bunch. It's so nice. It's so accessible to where I am. It's like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
And there, I just keep discovering new stores every time I'm down there. New little bakeries, new little cheese shops.
Yeah.
There's one really great place that makes this big, like thick crust spinach pizza that I really like. It's a Greek bakery. There's so much.
You must be the Blue Star is one of the places that you definitely got to stop into. They have been there the longest. I remember back when Main Streets first started in Rosendale Square back in '86. The then mayor Tom Menino was the city councilor of that area of Boston, and the Blue Star was one of the very first signs that we had done through the Main Streets program. So they've been there for a long time. They've been a staple in the corner there on Birch Street. But to go down there on a Sunday morning to try and have breakfast, you're going to wait.
Yep.
You're going to wait in line to get in there, and the food is amazing. The people that run it are amazing people. So yeah. One of my favorite places is Sophia's Grotto.
Oh, no, I've heard, no, you're not the first person I've heard mention that, so I definitely need to check it out.
Sophia's Grotto is, back in history time, there was a department store called Park Snows in Rosendale Square. Had a big fire, blah, blah, blah. They're going to put this in, they're going to put that in, like it had this back alley area way where all of the dumpsters were and where the deliveries were made and all this stuff. So it was kind of like just this area. And there was a gentleman by the name of Stavros who owned some of that property who had a vision of this courtyard in the middle of Rosendale Square. So we worked for many years to convert that area into the courtyard. And it would be like the back of many of these restaurants. So the Beach Street Bistro, the back of it opens to this courtyard, so it's a nice place. The cheese cellar opens to the back.
Cheese
the seafood place opens to the sushi place opens to the back. So there's these back areas. But also back there is a restaurant that has no front door to the street. It's just in the little courtyard. It's called Sophia's Grotto.
Okay.
That's my favorite place.
I gotta check that out.
Just incredible food, and
I'm assuming it's Italian?
It is, yeah. It's Italian-American. You know, they do a lot of stuff. And his brother runs the bistro. Nice. Which I'll be going to dinner there on Wednesday night with the great general manager of this building here. Curtis Henderson and I are going to go with our brides and have dinner.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Nice little double date.
Yes, we're good. We're old friends, and it's good to get together and do that. But I think we're going to do it in Rossie Square. Good. So Main Street has done all of this work and stuff, and now they have this great Adams Park, which has been dedicated and done. One of the things that they do is they renovate help property owners with the renovations of the storefronts and getting the right kind of businesses down there. And they have been a public supporter of this program for many years. So we'd like to thank the Main Streets program for being our friends and our neighbors and our partners. Listen, if you see someone in a Main Street t-shirt, you make sure you thank them for the work that they do. They're volunteers. Yeah. They're not being paid to do what they do. They're doing it because they love their community, just like you do. So if you see someone in a volunteer Main Street t-shirt, make sure you thank them.
Definitely couldn't think of a better group of people to be associated with and to be partners with.
Dedicated people. They put many, many hours. It's not just showing up and folding chairs. there's committee meetings, and there's all kinds of things that go on. So it's kind of like a really big deal. The other thing I like to talk about is this building right here, this incredible building that we're in here. It used to be the power station for the MBTA that powered the Orange Line that ran from Forest Hills down to downtown Boston. And we took it over and converted it into these amazing state-of-the-art television studios. And it's not here for just anybody, it's here for everybody. And what it is if you have a nonprofit out there that you'd like to get your mission statement out, and you'd like people to find out about what you're doing and bring some guests in, this is the place to do it. You'll come here and you'll have your own program, much just like this one. Excuse me, and you'll talk about what, your nonprofit is, your mission statement. You bring some guests in and talk to them about it, and you'd have a program. The other side, though, where there's some amazing, great producers like Ted Lewis and Tim Casey, those guys over on that side, they become a member, and you take some Final Cut Pro classes, you take some classes in sound, lighting, on how to do shoots out into the community and stuff like that, and they are the access side. So you become a member, you come and take these classes, you sign out the equipment, you go out and shoot the local softball game or the local block party or the local anything, a swim meet or anything, and you bring it back here and down in the beautiful Timothy Smith laboratory down there, which is all these incredible Macs and stuff.
Gorgeous,
Isn't it a great looking place to work?
This place really is a treasure trove of opportunities.
There's no question about it.
It's just, I mean, some of the equipment down there I didn't even have in college. It was just like, geez,
so that's a nice piece of equipment.
Nice.
But once you do it, and once you edit it, and once you get it all ready for television, they put it on TV for you. So BNN TV is a great opportunity for all the citizens out there. Listen, go to www.bnntv.org. Click on Janice Williams or Jim Atwood's name, and those are the cats that have all the answers. And they'll get you your membership started and get you in here taking some classes. And who knows, you might be the next Ted Lewis,
Who knows?
Yeah, it's the way to do it. And what else goes on that website is you can watch this show live.
Yep, we stream live.
We are streaming right now. So if you have a friend of yours out in BNN land outside of Boston, they can dial up on the website, www.bnntv.org. Right up in the right-hand corner, it says, what's playing now? Click it, and
you'll see our smiling faces.
We'll surprise you and be with you. You can see the show again tomorrow, though, can't you?
Oh, yeah, YouTube.
Yes, if you go to YouTube.
It's All About Arts and the number 1.
It's All About Arts 1. We'll get you to see this show about this time tomorrow night. It'll be up on YouTube for anybody to do with what they want.
I love sharing
laugh
our videos.
at it, share it with people and stuff like that. So it's going to be available then.
Yep.
And if you want to send us a tweet, is that right?
Yep,
Tweet,
a
yes.
tweet from Twitter.
I sometimes send me a twit, but I am, send us a tweet if you'd like. We are at that funny thing. It's All About Arts.
Yep.
And you can join in the conversation here. So.
And our Facebook page, don't forget.
We have a great Facebook page.
Yep.
And we've almost got 300 likes.
Nice.
We've only been up about a month and a half. If we can get up to 300 likes this week, I will be thrilled.
I'd be thrilled too. And you can always see the shows on there.
Yes, the shows are available there too. So we're out there. We're making sure that you like it. We've just coming up on an anniversary in a couple of weeks. It'll be the start of our 17th season.
Oh my gosh.
In just a few weeks. And we're going to be doing some surprising little things here and there.
That's
I got some
exciting.
surprises for us.
Okay.
Some old hairdos and some old clothes and some funny looks.
Flashback, 17 years ago.
Stuff. It'll be cool. But you know what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. You got a Val's View coming up?
Oh, I do.
Listen, gang, we're going to take a break, real short break. You are watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn. Of course, this is Val next to me. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes, so please do not go away. Thanks.
I crash and burn. The rain comes down, the pavement's wet. I'm not alone. When you're with me, it's all okay. I crash and burn. The rain comes down. It's all okay. The speed of sound again. I barely feel the highway under my wheels when I am driving in my car. Driving in my car. Driving in my car. I see a part of America. I see apartment buildings next to a discount warehouse. Driving in my car. Driving in my car.
Well, thanks for hanging in there with us, gang, and welcome back to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and I'm your host. We're coming to you live from our beautiful Studio B here at BNN TV, and you're more than welcome to join us. We're at 617-708-3290. And remember, this show will be available tomorrow on YouTube. If you go to your YouTube station and just put in It's All About Arts and the number 1, you will get right to the page that has all of our great programming on it. Now it is time for, yes, we're back. It's time for another great episode of Val's View. Valerie?
Well, hello everyone. Welcome and thanks for watching this edition of Val's View. We have a couple fun things coming up, some sooner than later. What I was talking about before with Glenn this weekend that I'm actually going to be going to because it's really awesome is Boston's Illuminous Festival, also known as Nuit Blanche, is taken from a theme that they do in Paris every year where they create this event over several blocks of space in the city, and they project light and images and art, and they have sounds, and so it's happening in South Boston, around the South End, the SoA area. It's going to be over 30 different regional artists that are creating these projections to be projected everywhere. They're going to be on sidewalks, on the sides of buildings, on ceilings. It's going to be all over the place. It's really just going to encapsulate you, encapsulate the city, and it's definitely something to check out. And of course, it's free. So it's this Saturday, the 25th. It starts at sundown, so probably around 6:30, and goes till about 2 a.m. So if you got kids, you can go a little bit earlier. If maybe you want to go for a date night, you can go a little bit later. So secondly, we have the Jack Quartet is coming to my favorite museum, the ICA. That's going on November 8th at 7:30. It's a really unique quartet because it's notorious for its unusual staging. So the musicians perform their works completely from memory and in total darkness, and they're placed in between and around the audience members. So definitely something really unique to check out. And thirdly, South Boston Open Studios. One of my favorite open studios. I've participated in it a couple years back. Really great stuff to check out, lots of wonderful artists. The distillery in particular is a great building. So many artists there, but also check out 555 Gallery and King Terminal, and that's going on November 1st and 2nd, which is a Saturday and Sunday, and it's going to go on from noon to 6. So that's been this edition of Val's View. It's always my pleasure to bring to you some of the fun activities and events going on in the city. I'm going to shoot it back to Glenn. Back to you, Glenn.
Thank you very much, Valerie. I do appreciate it. Listen, the other thing that we're going to bring up, and we're going to talk about a little bit, is going to be the Rosendale Open Studios is coming up very, very soon on November 1st and 2nd. And yes, Janice, the super producer, and I are opening our home at 99 Belgrade Ave as part of the Open Studios. So we're going to be putting out special invitations to everybody to come and join us there. It's going to be a fun 1st and 2nd of November. It's an awful lot of fun. We enjoy doing it a whole bunch. Bunch of new art, too. Janice has been crazy. She's been so busy. You're really, really going to enjoy it. But right now, it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce you to Bithyah. Bithyah. I'm sorry, Bithyah Israel. Hello, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Now, you are the executive director of City Strings.
Yes.
Now, we had the great pleasure to meet you and some of your students at the 30th anniversary block party.
Yes, it was really great to be invited.
What a beautiful day that was, and what a great event. I'm so happy that you guys were involved in that.
Yes.
And it sounded unbelievable.
Thank you.
Yes. Tell me a little bit about City Strings. It says empowerment through musicianship. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great saying.
We're a 501c3 nonprofit. We were founded in 2012, and we're youth development through music.
Okay.
So really, we are seeking to transform young lives through stringed instruments and excite the community and really pull together. So that's what's been happening the past 3 years.
It says that you're the executive director, but you're also teaching too.
Yes.
You teach music as well. Do you teach just with City Strings, or are you involved any place else?
That's all I'm doing now.
Okay.
We're building. We started with 14 kids in 2012, and now we have 30.
Oh, congratulations. That's great.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Is it all cellos?
It is all cello.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, you got to have a major concert where you have everybody up there.
Yep, that's what we're working towards.
That's great. And how do kids get involved in City Strings? Is it something that's brought to them through the schools, or is it all the outreach that an executive director is tirelessly doing constantly?
Yes, it's just a community-based group. So I teach at 12th Baptist Church on Warren Street in Roxbury, and people just email me, citystrings@hotmail.
Okay.
Or they could go to our website, citystrings.org.
That's great. You got those a great email address and website. It's very easy to do. You've been there from the beginning. Did you help get this off the ground?
Yes, actually, I founded it.
Yes, yeah, that's great. Let's learn a little bit more about you. You're a cellist.
Yes.
How long have you been playing?
About 28 years.
Okay, so you're an accomplished cellist.
Thank you.
Have you played in any orchestral setups?
Community orchestras.
Oh, very nice.
Most recently in Newton.
Okay.
And, I grew up getting free lessons in the community in San Diego, California.
Oh, you're from the left coast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And, The music lessons really just built me up so much. It fulfilled me. Playing in an orchestra, for example, is so exhilarating.
Yes.
Even when you get out of the orchestra, as you're going through life, any job that you're on, that confidence that you get through becoming a musician carries with you.
Yep.
In 2010, there was a quadruple homicide in Mattapan, and that really sparked a need that I felt that I had to do something. So after investigating and looking around, I realized being a cellist, I should offer that to youth, and I offered it at 12, and 14 kids signed up.
That's great. You know, using any tool that you have to help survive a community is huge. When I was some of these guys' age, I was that kid that was sent down to the auditorium because I was causing so much disruption in my class. And I got down there and I was fooling around, not doing what I was supposed to, and I was plunking on an upright bass. And one of the nuns came in, and I thought it was the end of Glenn, but she gave me lessons and taught me how to play the thing, and it really did change my life. I mean, it made me, you know, those aha moments or those light bulb moments I like to speak of, they're not only look what I did, but hear what I've done.
Definitely.
You know?
And being a musician, you're actually sharing the emotions that you have from your own life.
Yeah.
So your, you know, happiness, sorrow, they're the same emotions that we all understand. As they say, music is a universal language.
Absolutely it is.
But
Sure.
you're actually drawing from life experiences.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy that I'm able to give kids a vehicle to actually express themselves. And of course, they won't all become professional cellists,
No,
perhaps.
they're not all going to be yo-yo, but there is an opportunity for them to feel that I've done it.
Definitely. And, you know, you can earn a living even, you know, performing for special occasions or by invitation.
Yep.
And just being able to present yourself to the public, advocate for yourself. These are a lot of skills that we teach during class.
Now, how does it work? Well, I have a daughter or a son, and they're kind of looking for something outside of the public schools because they're not teaching a lot of cello in the Boston public school system, or instruments, or art, or any of that kind of thing. What happens? What are the steps that I have to take to kind of get involved with City Strings?
Well, it's good to go to our website, citystrings.org, and there's a little video. It gives you a glimpse of interaction in the classroom, and then you can email at citystrings@hotmail, and I get back to people within a day. We're at capacity right now at 30 students. So we're looking for sponsorships, partnerships.
Yep.
We are working with some volunteer students from Berkeley and
Nice.
Boston Conservatory. So as capacity builds, we are able to, again, accept more students.
How many instructors and teachers are there?
Right now, we have 4 in the lineup this
Okay,
year.
with 30 students.
Yes.
What's the age range?
We start at 3 and we go all the way through school age to 17.
Right up to high school.
Yes.
Are you drawing many kids from the high school level?
No, we have mostly the younger age and then the college people who want to help teach. So it's a 1-year program with the option to continue. So we do have about 10 students from the original group continuing on.
Oh, great.
So they've started at their 3rd year now. And actually, one of our students has been with us for 2 years, just got accepted into New England Conservatory
that's
college
quite
prep.
how does that feel?
It feels really great.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, use what you have in your community and you just change history.
Is it something that could possibly, as you're going through and someone is coming through your system, that maybe somebody, as they've been there, maybe in a couple of years, 5 years or so, they could start to work with maybe the newer students or the
Yes.
younger kids?
Yes.
So they're giving back.
Yes, that's what we do, peer mentoring.
Yeah,
So
that's
we do have
really
a couple-
important. I know a great organization you should contact that would be great, the Boys and Girls Clubs
Great.
of
Yeah.
Boston. I work with them, and they have some great, they're always looking for some great programming, and this sounds fantastic. This sounds fabulous. Tell me a little bit about the inspiring and courageous young artists that we have with us today. We're going to go over and meet them in a couple of, well, they're going to meet us, but they're going to play first, and then
Yes,
they're going to
okay.
come over and meet us. Did you put the word out to say that It's All About Arts was looking for someone to come on tonight? And they
Yes.
ran to the front of the line.
Yes, I did,
hear.
and I give them a lot of credit because it's a school night. It's a
Yes, it
Monday
is.
night.
I know it
You
is.
know, we have, you know, a performing group of about 10 students, and
Mm-hmm.
I thank their parents and also them for coming out, and
Yeah.
I'm sure some of them have to go home and do homework after
Well,
this.
I'm sorry about that. Tell us once again the contact information. It is, if you want to send an email, it's citystrings@hotmail.com.
Yes.
And the website is www.citystrings.org.
Right.
And I love this empowerment through musicianship. It's
Yes.
really, because it really does set the kids right off.
It really does, and you know, the parents and families, we really connect with each other and
Mm-hmm.
actually support each other, so it's doing what we were hoping.
You're in the Newton Philharmonic? Is that what they're calling it?
I was in the Newton Community Orchestra, and
Community
now I just dedicate so much time to City Strings.
You don't get a
that
chance to play as often?
I do solo work.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Weddings and what have you?
Yep,
Yeah.
and dinners. It's,
And that email address is citystrings@hotmail.com,
Yes.
right? Listen, we're going to take a quick break and let you get over there with the band and get yourself all set up and stuff. And we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Well, listen, gang, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. And we are going to be, please don't go anywhere. And you're going to really, really enjoy that. We got a taste of it before, during the sound check. You're going to really enjoy this. You are watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go away. Thanks. Well, welcome back, gang. Wasn't that fantastic? You know, I love it. I love it when I see, you know, our younger citizens pouring it into it and just really, really accomplishing something like that. That's a big deal to come in here and perform on live television, but that's nothing for what you're about, what we're in for now. Listen, gang, it's my great pleasure. Hi, guys.
Hello.
How are you? What is your name?
Alexia.
Alexia, and your name is?
Mine.
Can you hear you, sweetie?
Mine.
Mine? And you are? Josias. I want to thank you, all three of you, for coming in and performing for us today. It was a lot of fun. Alexis, tell me a little bit about Cities. How did you get involved with City Strings?
Well, one day, a couple of years ago, I think, at church, I heard that there was something that I could do for cello, and I signed up, and because I really wanted to do it.
Did you know what a cello was before you signed up?
No.
So it was just kind of like, it sounded like it might be fun to do?
Yeah.
Did she come and talk to you about it first, and Miss Israel come and talk and say, you know, this is what it's going to be? Or did you just walked in and decided you wanted to do it? How about you guys? How did you hear about it? Did you hear it through church too?
Yeah, I heard it through her.
So friend told friend? Okay, that's exciting. Do you enjoy playing the cello?
Yes.
Yes? It's an instrument you don't hear an awful lot about. I mean, you know, there's guitars and drums and all of that kind of really cool thing, but the cello is a little different, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's your favorite song to play on the cello?
Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace is a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful song. Yeah. And how long have you been playing?
2 years.
2 years. And how long have you been playing, Maya, in the middle there? How long have you been? 2 years too? And you've been playing?
2.
2 years. So you guys have been with it from the beginning.
You're cellist veterans.
Yes, they are. Well, you know, do you get to, do those cellos go home with you?
Yeah.
So you get to take the cellos home and so you can practice with them.
Yeah.
What are your what do you aspire to do with your music? What is it is it just something that you're kind of learning to do now and you're not sure if it might be something you want to do in the future, or is it you're really getting into it?
Getting into it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You play very beautifully. Everybody
Thank you.
does. And who is that? You're gonna have to smile before we leave. There it is. She's been so serious about. And were you nervous about playing on TV tonight? A little bit? Well, now that you've already played, you're done playing. Are you still nervous? Nah, I don't make you nervous, do I?
No.
No, thank you. Well, that means a lot to me to know that it's not something that... what grade and what school do you go to?
I'm in the 5th grade, and I go to the Boston Renaissance.
Oh, the Renaissance School. That's great. How about you?
I'm in 1st grade, and I go to the Hanson School.
The Hanson School in the 1st grade? Very cool. Sir?
I'm in the 5th grade, and I go to Kip Academy, Boston.
Yeah, some very inspiring schools. I want to thank you guys very, very much for taking some time out of such an important day. Monday, right?
Yeah.
Did you tell your classmates you were going to be here tonight?
No.
No? Why not?
I forgot.
I was going to brag about it.
Did you tell your friends? No. Well, you'll tell them that they can go to YouTube tomorrow and check it out, okay?
Why?
Why? So they can see you on TV.
Say I was a TV star.
No? Yeah, the girl. Okay, good. That's what I want to hear. Well, thank you very, very much. Thank you for being here tonight. And listen, let's not be strangers, okay? If you guys have a big show coming up, I expect one of you to give us a call and come on and let us know. Especially if there's a big benefit concert or something like that, or you guys are raising some money to get some new rosin. What's rosin? It's the stuff you rub on your bow, right? See? Yeah. That was a little test, but you passed. Listen, gang, we're going to take a really short break, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Val and I will close out the show. Listen, gang, you're watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. We got to get these guys home to do their homework. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Do not go away. Thanks.
see you standing over there, just the other afternoon, hidden by shadows, waiting for a man, hidden from the sun, for a man that never comes, like a race that's never run. As the road widens, and it almost always will, you look upon this day, the outlook will broaden as you find it was in you, growing from a place with a bright and happy face, better trained.
Now that was exciting, wasn't it?
That was so cool.
I love it when we get some younger kids in here to
Me too.
to do something very courageous like that, and then to sit up here and bear with us is even.
And the cello, my gosh,
know.
such a beautiful classical. I mean, that's something else.
You
to
know
see
what makes
such
the
young
cello
kids.
so appealing to people is it's because it's in the human range. The violin is way up here, the bass is way down here, but the cello is right in with the human range
Yeah.
of pitch, and it's just such a beautiful instrument.
It really is.
Yeah. Did you ever play a musical instrument?
I did. I played the clarinet and the piano.
And the piano. Well, let's roll that piano in here. Get Val on the keys. Or the clarinet. You still have them?
Oh no, gosh! I used to be really good too. My mom would make me practice like 45 minutes every
Yeah.
day. Hated it.
Oh,
But,
no.
You know, it wasn't until I stopped playing that I really missed it. You know, I really took it for granted when I was younger.
Yeah, yeah.
And I really missed that feeling of being a part of the school band and the school orchestra. And so definitely kicking myself now for not sticking with it.
I stuck with it. I fell in love with it right away. And I don't know what it was about music and the way it hit me, but I was able just to remember everything. You know, I just took it in. History and math, I don't know, you know, but I could take it in really easily and play a song and be able to play it back. And of course you practice and practice and practice and practice at that. But yeah, I still play today, you know, so it's not like it really fell into my life.
Yeah.
At a time when I was in the 4th grade where I could have gone in who knows what direction.
Yeah.
I mean, I was disruptive in class. I was just a little brat, you know. Not that I'm not a big brat now, but
We're more refined about it.
more refined and seasoned brat. No. But it's good though, and I think that the fact that in the Boston Public Schools we're so involved in this testing and in putting kids in categories and putting it's just incredible.
Yeah.
And then judging your teachers by how well the students do. So, and it's.
It really breaks my heart to see, like, I know when, budgets get tight, cutting things like music and arts is just, you're taking away something so special and something so important.
Right. I think that's why I'm very, very happy with the mayor's approach to the arts now, where he's brought somebody in to sit at a cabinet level, at a policy-making level position in his cabinet to represent the arts and get them back into the real flow of our communities. I mean,
it's as necessary as science and math and history.
Right. Of course it is. Well, at my school, we're teaching STREAM. It's a Catholic school, Sacred Heart School out there in Rosendale. But we use there used to be a thing called STEM, which was a way that it was science, technology, engineering, and math.
Okay.
And when you're in your science class, you might be getting something from your technology class that's cross curriculum,
Oh.
and engineering might be part of that math class, and it might be part of that technology or science class. But we've added a couple of letters to that, which have really kind of launched the educational programs for the arts. And one of them is it went from STEM to STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
That's amazing.
And at my school in Rosendale, we put the R in there too for religions. We have STREAM, and it's kind of STREAM kind of brings it full circle, because what happens is we're cross curriculum, all kinds of things. There are things that are being in my class. I'll be doing something with someone in social studies. I'll be doing something with someone in math. The percentage of yellow that goes in with red to make the right kind of orange. How do we figure that out?
Yeah.
And they'll be teaching. That'll be part of the test they have, in their class. So we know that, and it's proven that if you don't have some kind of art in your curriculum, kids don't learn as much. 2 + 2 is 4. That's not an accomplishment. That's kind of a fact.
Yeah.
But if you can sit up there like that and play the cello, these kids right now are going, can you believe I did that? And that is empowering.
Yeah.
If I can do this,
Definitely. Source
everything-
of pride, a source of accomplishment.
yes,
And
accomplishment's the big word,
Yeah.
is being able to get over that. Because when I went in to see them before, I said, don't worry about it. It's okay. You'll be great, and it'll be fun.
Definitely.
So what's your plan this week? You're going to go to the Open Studios, did you say?
So Open Studios on the 1st and the 2nd. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here for it.
1st and 2nd in Rosendale.
I know. 1st and 2nd in Rosendale and in South Boston.
And South Boston.
And they're going to be competing
And you're going to be
in the Bahamas.
away in the Bahamas.
I am.
That's okay.
I'm
We'll
sorry.
take pictures.
I was thinking of pre-recording a Val's View, maybe sticking it with you
can
guys. I'd
yes.
love to do that.
Oh, no, that's absolutely can do
Maybe
that.
Skype from the poolside.
Why not?
Right?
I
I'd love
promise.
that.
Let's plan
Let's
that.
figure it out.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
I'd love that.
Listen, gang, thanks an awful lot for being here with us tonight. Val, good show. Thank
Good
you,
show.
as usual. Thank you for being here. I remember this show will be up on YouTube tomorrow if you go to It's All About Arts and the number 1. Not and the number 1, but just It's All About Arts 1. We'll get you right to where we're hiding all of our videos. Listen, gang, thanks an awful lot for being here with us. Get out there and do something artful, please. And like we like to say every week, please keep in the forefront of your minds our mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews on foreign soil. Please do something artful. Do it for them, okay? We'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Okay, bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.